you're speaking basically about the Trump era, and you say as American politics became more polarized overall, attitudes in Israel became more tribal, intensifying Republican support for an identification with the Jewish state, while cooling pro-Israel ardor among many Democrats. I think that's right. And from my point of view, I happen to be a Democrat. I find it very troubling. What can we do about that?
It's an interesting question, an important one. You know, back in the 1940s and 50s, support for Israel was more a left-wing cause. And the Democrats were actually the real heart and soul of pro-Israel sentiment in the United States. And Israel, you know, was the most left-wing country of all the democratic countries. And the Democratic Socialists of America used to point to Israel as the poster child. See, socialism works. Israel is socialist and it's a democracy. Israel is socialist and it's able to defend itself. And then really a combination of the 1967 war, Israel is no longer seen as the weak darling, the victim, but maybe becoming the oppressor. And then in the 70s, Israel goes from being a socialist country to being almost a Thatcherite country as the Likud government, including even the very young Netanyahu, starts introducing kind of Thatcher and Reagan-style economic reforms to parts of the Israeli economy, not the whole thing, so that the left began to move away from Israel. The right begins to pick it up. And this is one of I think in some ways the last moment where you saw combined right and left-wing enthusiasm might have been the movement about Soviet Jews in the 1970s, to permit Soviet Jews to emigrate freely and so on. And since that time, there's been a slow but steady decline in democratic support for Israel and a pretty marked uptick in Republican support.